On the back, the dual camera system is completely redesigned. It's made even smarter.
There's a high chance that you're probably watching this on an Android smartphone. And that's a problem, because there is an even higher chance that your smartphone camera is utter rubbish.
Now, before I get into the details as to why photography in Android sucks so badly, I need to give a disclaimer. I'm actually not the biggest fan of the iPhone, when in fact I actually use a 500 ringgit HTC for my day-to-day usage. With saying that, let's carry on.
I don't deny that there are some amazing smartphone cameras out there, such as the Google Pixel 2, which has the DxO mark of 97, or the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, or even the Huawei P20 Pro with its 3 camera setup. But why is it nothing will ever beat an iPhone camera? Right off a phone's native camera app, there's no denying that some camera shots are just better than the iPhones, but that's where it all goes wrong. 90% of all photography isn't taken with the phone's native camera app, but instead it's mostly taken with third-party applications such as Instagram, Snapchat, VSCO, Fujicam, and many others. Most of the time, the footage taken with an Android is grainy, glitchy, and it just has horrible user experience. But compared with an iPhone, this isn't that much of an issue. Why? The root reason is because of the operating system these phones use. All iPhones use iOS, while almost all other smartphones use either Android or KaiOS. Let's crunch some numbers. Under Android, there's an approximate 24,000 models to choose from, but under iOS, there has only ever been 16 models. With such small numbers, developing for iPhones is incredibly easy and incredibly reliable. Whereas when it comes to Android, it's incredibly difficult to make a quality camera application that can integrate with 24,000 different camera modules. Although the latest version of Android does allow application developers to fully control all of the data taken from the native camera, a bigger issue arises. When it comes to software, 85% of all iOS devices use the latest version of iOS, while only 3% of all Android users use the latest version of Android. This creates complications for developers who need to design applications for Android. So most app developers usually do one of two things. Either they compress the data file, and this is usually done to save space on your phone's cache, but this in turn sacrifices huge amounts of data from each photo. Or they would record your camera screen. This results in the picture quality being equivalent to taking a screenshot of your camera screen. So until Android sorts out its software issues and better incentivizes developers to build better camera applications, for better smartphone photography, you're probably better off with an iPhone. So if you're still an Android user, all is not lost. There are some things that you still can do to make photography better on your smartphone. So instead of taking a photo or a video through the third-party app itself, you could probably take the photo or the video through your normal camera, and then after that edit it and upload it to Instagram and Snapchat and etc. That way you will maintain the maximum amount of data while minimizing the risk of losing the quality of your footage.